USDA ribeye boneless steaks, only $18.99 per pound. Imported cluster tomatoes, just $2.99 per pound. For a frozen treat, Friendly's ice cream, only $5.59 for a 48-ounce tub. Lyman's wild blueberries, just $5.49 for a 15-ounce bag. Sargento sliced cheese, only $4.59 for a 6.67-ounce package. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
Live from Bermuda Broadcasting, this is ZBM TV9 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, October the 26th. I'm Tarai Trott in for Diane Brewer. Thanks for joining us tonight. Well, as we first reported back in the summer that it would be, Aecon, the contractor for the airport redevelopment, has been sold to the Chinese-owned company CCCC International Holding Limited. But what exactly does this mean for the redevelopment deal and the future of the airport? Well, here's Gary Moreno with details.
It was back on August 28th this year that Bermuda Broadcasting broke the news of the potential sale of Aecon, the company contracted to redevelop the LF Wade International Airport. And as we reported this morning, that sale has now been completed. Premier David Bird, at a press conference earlier today, was asked to comment on what exactly this new development would mean.
The change in ownership at Aecon will not have an impact on the construction of a new terminal at the airport. The review of the former government's privatization agreement with Aecon is continuing, and our aim remains to ensure that Bermuda's taxpayers get a better deal.
Former Premier Michael Dunkley, under whose administration the airport deal was signed, echoing much the same sentiments. Concerns have been expressed about what the Aecon sale means in terms of the future management and ownership of the airport, given that Aecon has a purported history of developing such facilities and selling them off. Mr. Dunkley says under the agreement signed by his government, there is no need for any concern in that regard.
I don't see any implications. We have a contract with Aecon, and their commitment to that contract probably is stronger than it ever was before. And I think that as far as Bermuda is concerned, we'll still be able to move forward with the project. There should be no issues in any way. Bermuda still owns the airport. There's been a lot of speculation in the past about privatization and all of that misinformation. We've gone into a deal to build a new airport terminal and to run the terminal over a specified period of time so that the people who built the airport can get their money back that they put into it. And when the terms of this deal and the time of this deal is finished, it will be turned back over to the people of Bermuda.
Elsewhere, Aecon in a press release states by joining the third largest construction company in the world, Aecon and Skyport will ultimately benefit from enhanced capabilities and financial resources. However, Aecon will remain a Canadian company. The release goes on, this sale will have no impact on the day-to-day of the construction of the new airport terminal or Skyport. The Aecon management team and friendly Bermudian Skyport employees will remain in place, and the new airport will be completed on time and on budget, with the guarantee of the Canadian Commercial Corporation. Unquote. You may remember the airport is being developed at a projected cost of just over $300 million, with a delivery date of 2020. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
In other news, Premier David Burt has reformed the Bermuda First Advisory Group in keeping with government's promise to do so within its first 100 days. The group formed to develop a long-term economic and social plan for the island will be chaired now by former HSBC Bermuda Chief Executive Officer Philip Butterfield. The original Bermuda First group was formed in 2009 under the PLP, but the number of members has been reduced from 69 now to 13.
No politicians will serve on the committee, and the objective for creating this non-political entity is so that the ladies and gentlemen behind me can develop an economic and social blueprint that will shape Bermuda for the next 10 to 15 years. For our island to be successful, we must have a single vision, and we must all be moving in the same direction. As stated in this year's speech from the throne, the Bermuda First think tank will draw on the intellectual capital of local and international business and community leaders. Every section of our community will be involved to ensure that the input is given so that we can move together as a country. The committee will look for new opportunities for Bermuda to strengthen its economic base, identify new and emerging industries and technology for the island to build on, and and assist us in developing a balanced long-term economic growth that keeps in mind of the key need to develop our island socially as well as economically. In addition to Mr. Butterfield, members of the Bermuda First Committee who have agreed to serve, some of whom are here today, are Sir John Swan, John White, Gil Tucker, Dr. Duranda Green, Chris Ferbert, Darren Johnston, Patrick Tannick, Gita Blakeney-Saltis, Michael Collins, Andy Burrows, Wendy McLeod, Scott Pierman, and Michael Branco.
The Premier says the committee will be allocated an operating budget, but that figure is unknown and a report is expected in the middle of next year. Philip Butterfield says the group is already hitting the ground running.
I and my colleagues see this as an opportunity for us to give back, to provide a plan that is not only broad in its vision, but also practical. We know that we need to have a blueprint for how we move this wonderful island of ours forward. So our intent is to be inclusive. Our intent is to be collaborative. And we welcome input from all sectors of the community, and we will see to it that that takes place. Our desire over the next 6 to 8 weeks is to get organized. We think that there's lots of reading and research that we need to undertake. We will use a combination of local resources and external resources.
Parliament will not sit tomorrow. The Premier plans to provide an update on the government's initiatives to be completed within 100 days in the House on November the 3rd.
You can count on us.
Pretty Lady, all varieties, or Red Globe grapes, only $3.99 per pound. Purdue Fresh chicken leg quarters, just $1.79 per pound. Kellogg's Special K cereal, $6.99 for a 12-ounce box. 2 rolls Scott Choose the Size paper towel, just $5.89. For a quick snack, Yoplait yogurt, only $1.09 for a 6-ounce tub. All stores open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Previously at Mailboxes U.S. Express.
Mailboxes Unlimited gives you an address in New Jersey for just $20 a year, and we'll ship your stuff from there to here and save you over 80% on the shipping. Join the over 11,000 people that are already members of Mailboxes U.S. Express. We are the cheapest and the fastest way to ship stuff from there to here. Excuse me while I answer my phone.
My name is Steve Thompson, and I approve of this message.
Mailboxes U.S. Express. Sign up today.
The Doghouse, where we all end up, presents Undefeated Bermuda. Let's get ready to rumble! In the red corner, representing Bermuda, it's Nikki Nifty Bascoul! And in the green corner, representing Portugal, it's Fabio Hands of Stone Costa! International referee Steve Smager officiating the event. It's live at the Fairmont, Southampton on November 11th. Doors open at 7 p.m. Event starts at 8 p.m. Free Bermuda and Portugal flags at the gate. Tickets are $75 for general admission, $150 VIP ringside. Tickets sold at Sports Source Hamilton and Wharf. Audiovisual Hamilton and Somerset, Fairmont, Southampton. Tickets sold online at ptix.bm. Sponsored by the Doghouse, Tesaris Gas Station, the Royal Gazette, the Sports Source, Audiovisual Electronics, Sousa Landscape, the Island Shack, Fresh and Hungry,
Arnold's Family Market.
See you at Undefeated.
The government tonight acknowledging reports concerning aspects of the operations of Appleby Global in various jurisdictions, including Bermuda. And the response comes after international law firm Appleby, which has offices here, announced the financial details of some of its wealthy clients that may be leaked to the public after someone breached its data last year. A government spokesperson adds Bermuda is a recognized leader in international tax compliance and tax transparency, and in keeping with our international obligations, relevant authorities in Bermuda will review any new matters that are raised. Well, the subject of age discrimination in the workplace back in the news. It came during a speech on issues affecting seniors delivered by Claudette Fleming of the charity Age Concern. Addressing Hamilton Rotarians recently, Dr. Fleming fielded a question over the lack of protection to seniors in the workplace. Dr. Fleming ultimately concluding the current laws in place do not go far enough.
Well, Age Concern has spent many years working with the various government departments in addressing age discrimination legislation. And I think it was in 2014 that we actually included age as a basis of discrimination in the Human Rights Act. Unfortunately, it only went as far as goods and services.
Correct.
The
employment
was deliberately left out. And as I've said many times, this was during, you got to look at the context of where we are. We are now in a place where we want to decrease the size of the civil service. Government is one of the largest employers in Bermuda. Government also has the largest aging workforce in Bermuda. And a part of their means to decrease expenditure is to retire people. And so as people who, as a body also responsible for introducing legislation, it would be a huge contradiction to introduce legislation that they intend to break themselves because they need to reduce. So they're in a position of conflict. And so despite all of the efforts, they have invested a lot of time and energy into what this legislation should look like, but the political will is not there because it is not politically expedient at this time to afford seniors the opportunity to work past 65.
And last check today, that 30-year-old Pembroke man injured when the motorcycle he was riding slammed into a car Saturday, October the 14th, near Elliott Street and Union Street, was still in the hospital's intensive care unit, listed in stable condition. The police investigation remains ongoing, and any witnesses are asked to contact the main police number on 295-0011. Well, showers are expected this evening through the night, with the winds gradually easing. It's all thanks to an approaching cold front from the west. Here's the details in tonight's AccuWeather report.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
Good evening. It was kind of a gloomy day out there today. This forecast is brought to you by the BF&M Insurance Group, and we're seeing all this wet weather because of this cold front. It is pretty much right over the island. We're going to see some more downpours tonight. So tonight it's still going to be pretty wet. Again, downpours at times, but then it's going to start improving tomorrow. Some leftover showers in the morning, and then more sunshine than clouds. Taking a look right now, it's a bit cloudy as well with that system heading right over the island. And again, that will be improving tomorrow. Taking a look at our current conditions, it's about 76 degrees here across the island. Humidity at 85%, winds out of the southeast 8 to 12 knots. Water temperature still warm at 78. Now the waves inside the reef 1 to 3 feet, and that's really on the lower side here until we get to daybreak. That's when it could increase closer to that 3-foot mark. Waves outside 5 to 8 feet. So it's a bit choppy out there, and we do have a small craft advisory in place tomorrow. So be careful on your small boats. Tonight, again, it's going to be a bit cloudy with some showers. Temperatures at 70 degrees. Could even see some downpours at times. Tomorrow in the morning, it's going to be showery, so make sure you grab your umbrella. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit breezy with clouds giving way to sunshine later on in the afternoon. 77 degrees for the high temperature. Our tide times, the first high tide, 1:54 p.m. Thursday, and then the second one at 2:21, bright and early in the morning on Friday. If you're traveling, we have a couple other forecasts for you. Everyone here is staying dry for now. Toronto, a couple of clouds, 58 degrees. New York and Boston in the low 60s with plenty of sunshine. Atlanta, 74 degrees and sunny, and a mix of clouds and sun in London. In Jamaica, we are seeing quite some rain, downpours as well. That's because of a low pressure system, and also that same front that's impacting us. It is reaching all the way down into the Caribbean and also giving some downpours for friends down there. Barbados and Trinidad were in the 80s. And again, we could see a couple showers here or there. So Friday, we will have improvement throughout the day. Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be dry and nice. A mix of clouds and sunshine, temperatures around 76. Now, Monday, we are watching this because it's another front heading in our direction. We could see just a few showers coming from that, but we could also see some heavy rain coming out of that. So it's a little bit early to tell exactly how strong this front is going to be and how much rain we might get. But we're definitely going to see at least somewhat weather here on Monday, a temperature of 79, and on Tuesday, drying out 77 degrees. Stay tuned to Ocean 89, Power 95, and Inspire 105 for all your latest news and weather.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
Visit Bermuda's #1 furniture store today. Big savings zone, Southside St. David's.
FIFA World Cup 2018 is the showcase of the world's most popular sport, and Bermuda Broadcasting Company will deliver all 64 games in high definition. This is a great opportunity to present your ad during the most prestigious sporting event. For more information, email sales@bermudabroadcasting.com.
Bermuda national football team captain Reggie Lamb talked Saturday night. The clay court tennis championships continued today, and youngsters take to the great sound for Junior Gold Cup sailing. Earl Cameron has the details and more in tonight's sports report.
Bermuda will take on Barbados on Saturday evening at the National Sports Center, with professional players Reggie Lamb and Zico Lewis both making themselves available for selection. Captain Lamb spoke to us about the upcoming match on Saturday night.
It's a chance for everyone to come out and see their national team in plain sight, basically, with their own eyes. So I just think players coming back, they really want to make Bermuda proud, and they want to put on a good show for all the fans that come out.
You and Zico, as well as others, are coming back to entertain, but how has your season been going thus far, and what are you hoping yourself to accomplish come Saturday night?
Yeah, my season's been going well. Scored a few goals in the early stages, so just keep that going, just score a few goals for Bermuda or create some assists, and just really make it a lively, entertaining match for the fans.
Now, you've been able to help spur your team on. Up and down season thus far, but overall, what's the confidence like in the team?
Right now, we're going into Saturday with a lot of confidence. I won't be there to play the game because I'm back for this international match. So I'm wishing my team well, and I hope that I can just play well while I'm here with Bermuda.
Now, you've had a chance to have a look at some of the guys that you'll be playing with. What do you think, or how do you feel the caliber has changed since you've been abroad?
I think a lot of Bermudians are more dedicated now to making the national team and to making training sessions that they've been putting on just to keep everyone ticking over and playing together as a squad. So I think a lot of the players have improved, especially with the facility they now have, the Clyde Best facility up there. So I think everyone's really improved, and it shows a great deal to the current BFA people to keep training going and keep everyone together as a team.
The 2017 Bermuda Clay Court National Championships continued at the Coral Beach and Tennis Club earlier today. In women's open singles, #1 seed Ashley Brooks defeated Trisha Holbrook from USA in straight sets 6-1, 6-love, while the #2 seed Jesuina Douglas won her match in straight sets 6-4, 7-6 over Jennifer Parra. Also in women's open singles, Erica Beauvais defeated Kim Burns in straight sets 6-love, 6-love, and Amani Phillips defeated Charmaine Thomas 6-4, 6-love. In mixed doubles open, Neil Towson and Katie Quab defeated John Brunson and Christine McGard 6-love, 6-3, while Scott Redmond and Imani Phillips defeated Warren McGard and Thaler McKenzie 6-love, 6-1. The Ruby's Grade Squash Tournament continued inside the Bermuda Squash Rackets Association Club last evening, with all 4 top seeds in the A Division advancing to the semifinals. Michael Franklin, the #1 seed, defeated Stephen Smith in straight games 11-7, 11-4, 11-6. Devario Thompson defeated Taylor Carrick 11-4, 11-8, 11-6. Kristen Johnson defeated Mel Keynes 11-8, 11-4, 11-5. Patrick Foster defeated Headley Farah 11-3, 11-13, 11-6, 11-5. The opening races of the 15th annual Renaissance Re Junior Gold Cup sailing event took place on the Great Sound yesterday. Straight out of the gate, it looked to be a South American drag race with Jose Rother from Argentina and Santiago Pacheco from Uruguay leading the pack. The local sailors got off to a bang as well, with 3 Bermuda sails crossing the line in the top 11 in the opening race. Sebastian Kemp finished 6th, Magnus Ringsteg 9th, and Christian Eben 13th. Daja Daly competed in the downtown short course sprint swim meet, which is hosted by the Toronto Swim Club at the University of Toronto in Canada. Daly stood on the podium in the 3 events he competed in the boys 11-year-old age group division. Daly finished with a silver medal from the 100-meter freestyle, touching the wall in a time of 1:03.37. Daly would stand on top of the podium in his other 2 events. He first claimed the gold medal in the 100-meter backstroke, clocking a time of 1:11.05. During the 100-meter butterfly final, Daly recorded a winning time of 1:09.47 to earn the gold medal. The Bermuda Basketball Association's Elite City League season resumed inside the Summersville Academy Gymnasium last evening with yet another doubleheader that resulted in 313 points. In the opener, the Hornets defeated the Renegades 54-45. Omar Wolf led the Hornets to victory with 11 points, while Corey Vance scored 11 points for the Renegades. Game 2 saw the Warriors defeat the Falcons 111-103 after double overtime. A total of 15 goals were scored in the latest round of the Bermuda Ball Hockey League season at the PCC Hockey Rink last evening. In the opener, the Ottawa Senators defeated the Vancouver Canucks 7-2. The Senators got 2 goals off the sticks of Cameron Poland and Corey Cullett, while Ed Sweeney, Ian Buren, and Pete Brodsky all added a goal each. Dustin Locke and Andrew Levy scored a goal each for the Vancouver Canucks. In the nightcap, the Winnipeg Jets defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-2. In second spring senior boating league action inside the Warwick Lanes, it saw the Islanders fall 4-0 to Old and Kickin. The last minutes defeated the Newcomers 3-1, while the Pin Splitters defeated the Drifters 3-1. The Blue Angels defeated the Islanders 4-0. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Price Rate is your one-stop shop with something for everyone. Household goods for kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom. Aisles of bulk groceries at value prices. A complete selection of fresh meat and produce, and an extensive range of frozen items to cover every meal. Wines from around the world, and beer and liquor at discount prices. Visit Price Right at our 2 locations in Pembroke and Warwick. There's always something new and always something for everyone.
When you lie down on a Stearns & Foster bed, you'll appreciate all the craftsmanship we've put in, making it that much harder to get out. Stearns & Foster, crafting the world's finest bed.
Furniture Walk, Bermuda's home of top mattress brands, Stearns & Foster, Therapeutic, and Restonic. Furniture Walk, furnishing Bermuda's homes for over 30 years. Call 292-5209.
Bermuda Broadcasting Company is pleased to present the 2018 FIFA World Cup from Russia, June 14th to July 15th. This will mark the 21st FIFA World Cup, featuring 32 national teams, covering 64 matches, played in 12 venues located in 11 cities. The final will be held July 15th in Moscow. Be a part of the history. You don't want to miss FIFA World Cup 2018.
Well, the Bermuda Fashion Festival gets underway this Saturday with 6 major events taking place over the following week. It is the largest annual celebration of the industry on the island, with hundreds of models, stylists, and designers involved. And this year, the organizers say it's going to be bigger and better than ever before. Howell Davis reports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the island's most stylish event of the year. The Bermuda Fashion Festival comes down the catwalk for the 8th time this coming week. But close observers will notice some major changes this year.
For the first season, we're doing it in the fall. So normally Bermuda Fashion Festival is a summer event, and we feature a lot of bathing suits, a lot of summer wear, and this year we are going to be featuring more jackets and more layering and more things that are feasible with the fall festival.
Organisers say the festival will be bigger than ever, with hundreds of people involved and 6 major events this year.
We have 200 and something models, designers. We have about 11 designers between all the shows. You have 15 to 20 retailers on a given year. Then you have 6 salons that have stylists that are under them that you're managing. So the numbers just grow and grow in every year.
As ever, some of the events will showcase international talent, but the emphasis is on encouraging local designers and models. 6 Bermudian designers, among them Carla Faye Hartman, whose designs are seen here, have been paired with international mentors. So, in its 8th year, how successful has the festival been in nurturing homegrown fashion talent?
I think that we have definitely grown the industry in a way that hasn't been available before. We've combined forces with different sponsors and different partners that have been able to really make an impact on the retailers, the local models, and the local designers. We've had more local models signed and be able to actually work overseas under agencies internationally because they were seen on our runway show.
That's an important justification for the festival. It's not cheap, costing the City of Hamilton approximately $200,000. But there seems little doubt it's an added attraction for visitors and boosts careers.
Bermuda Fashion Festival was the first thing that I ever did modeling, and from there it has inspired me to become a full-time model during the summers and during my breaks from college. I'm actually signed in Miami and now London, and I think I wouldn't have done it without Bermuda Fashion Festival.
The festival's first event will be a masked ball at the Lauren Hotel on Saturday the 28th. For $180 a ticket, organisers promise an eclectic evening you won't want to miss.
Bermuda's best-known actor Earl Cameron appeared at City Hall in Hamilton recently in a celebration of his 6 decades in film and theater. Mr. Cameron, who turned 100 in August, spoke at an event called Our Earl is 100 Years Young. He has acted in films including Simba, Thunderball, and more recent blockbusters such as The Queen and I and The Interpreter. But he's still probably the best known for his part in The Pool of London. In that production, he became the first black man to play a leading role in a film set in contemporary Britain.
A warm welcome for Earl Cameron in the theatre that bears his name. He spoke of his delight at being back in Bermuda and answered questions about his career. He said it was while rehearsing for Pool of London that he worked out how to act for the camera.
4 or 5 times I did the scene. Each time, yes, the first time he said, Earl, don't project. You know, theater is bigger than life. Film is life. Because they called me back to the studio a few days later, and it was the 3rd girl I tested with. And this scene, because it was a scene on London Bridge late at night, and he said, okay, Earl, action. I said, yeah. Something like this happened the first time I met Danny. He got in a fight because of me. He said, that's it, you got it. And from that day onwards, it's been very easy working from, you know. But if you've been to theater practically all your life, I mean, for 8 years, it's difficult to get the intimacy of film. But I got it. And so now I love working, you know, being in front of a camera.
Mr. Cameron said that even from his early days, he was unwilling to take parts that were racially insensitive.
I've always been very careful of the type of roles I've had, you know, always. Right at the beginning of my career, mainly, if it was anything that was offensive to my race of people, I would not play the part. You know, I've had this out with directors. I've had them to change lines. I said, no, I'm not going to say it.
And how has Mr. Cameron managed to retain his humility in a profession not noted for its modesty?
I'm really a back-a-town boy. I have to get that clear. That's my background. I'm proud of it. Very proud of it. So, humility, well, what is there to be proud about? I'm just another human being on this earth. There's some billions of us spread all over the planet.
And what an icon he is. Well, that's our broadcast for this Thursday night. I'm Tarai Trott. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.